short video for people who are going on a ski trip. I always think you see skiing stuff all around, squats, but you forget that when you're on a ski trip, you take your body into shapes and you ask a lot of it that you don't do for the other 51 days of the year. So I've just been thinking about what are the moves that we find hard when we get on a ski trip. So let's start with the first one. So if you've got a weight or a stone or something, hold it in your hand. So this is me just thinking about holding your skis. So you know you have to put them on the ski rack. We're just going to do that movement. So think about putting the skis in the ski rack, lifting them up. So in order to keep the front of the body strong, think about your bone, your pubic bone and the bottom of the ribs being connected. So you've got a muscle that runs from there, and then it goes up the front of the body, and then it attaches to a number of the ribs. So when you're doing this, don't just move your arms blindly. Think about a connection down the front of the body. And when you're lifting your skis up, try not to use your back to lift the skis, because you're just wearing out your back. So use that muscle at the front to lift. Engage that muscle. I'm not talking about tucking under and scrunching like in a Pilates class. I'm just asking you to engage the front of the body. So you should be able to breathe too, and just lifting your arms up. So you could, if you've got a yoga block or something, or a book at home, you could press your hands into the yoga block and just practice lifting up. If you wanted to take it make it harder, develop more strength. So the two things to remember is keep the front of the body on, and don't use your back to lift the skis up, because that could put your back out instantly, especially if you've just trudged up to the ski lift. So think about when you get your skis together, how you pick them up and you put them onto, you know, when you get in the cable car and you put them onto the rack there, think about how you lift them. Look after your back, use the front of the body. Okay, next move. So there's 10 moves. Next move is I was just thinking about how hard it is. So your foot's on a funny angle in your boot, isn't it? So you're stuck like this, standing up. Let's practice that. So you might want to grab a strap or a belt, put it around your knees. Oh, this one's a bit long. So find a belt or something and put it around your knees. Can't double it up again, maybe I can. Anyway, forget that, but if you've got a band at home that you could wrap around your knees, let's just practice folding. So when you reach for your boots in the morning, it sounds daft, but these are the small moves that people find really difficult. So think about your pelvis pouring forward, your knees staying strong and out to the side. So that's why I would have put the belt there. And then folding forward and reaching for your boots. So let's do a few of those. So what I want you to remember when you're there is not to fold with your back like this to the floor. See if you can push your bottom back and come down with a fold. Use the hinge of the pelvis to get to the floor. So let's just go from side to side, practicing pouring the pelvis, reaching the bum back and coming up again. So maybe go to the left, push yourself up, keep your feet on, and to the right. So if you think about all the time in the day, well I do, I take my boots off. I unhook my boots at lunchtime, which is a really good tip because you want to get some blood out of your calves, back round the rest of your body, because your calves are in this awful position for hours on end when you ski. What I mean by that is your leg's bent, isn't it, and stuck in the shoe at this angle. So just do a few of those. Now, we couldn't talk about ski trips, so this is the third move without this. So then I was thinking, so you get to the top of the ski lift, you got to get yourself off. There's some great videos on there of people getting off the ski lift or the chair coming over their head, which has happened to me. Oh gosh. So let's just practice. If you're at work, you can do this at work. So feet are straight. If you've got a band, hook up, or a belt, hook it up. I need to buy myself some new bands. These are too stretchy. Hook it up and push your knees out to the side. There we go. Tie myself up. So push your knees out to the side. Feet are straight. Pull your pelvis forwards. So think of your tailbone being the eject seat as you get to the top. Lean forward and bring yourself up and then down again. So let's do 10 of these. Oh, I've lost the band. I need to get those small bands. And what you want to do is keep your feet flat on the floor, reach back with your bottom and kiss the seat very gently with your bottom. So you can practice these before you go. And I know they talk about squats and stuff, but what you want to focus on is not letting your knees come forward. You don't want your squat to look like this, with your knees drop forward. I mean, it can do, but if you want to strengthen your bum for your ski trip, which is what you want to do, so you can get yourself up out of the chair when you get to the top, this is the move that you need to do a few of before you go. Don't let your knees fall in. Do it before you eat your tea for a whole week before you go. Do it when you're at work, in a meeting. Ask everybody in the room if they will join you for 10 little squats. Okay, so, let's do 2 more. 1, 2. Okay, you might find that you're out of breath because your glutes are really strong and big and they use up a lot of energy. So let's think about the next move. So balance is so important when you're on the slope. So I thought we'd bring in a bit of balance. So this is called a pelvic list. Bring your weight over onto one foot. So your feet are straight, your legs are straight, and your weight's back. So you don't stand like this, like a banana. Stand straight like this. Okay, and then your hips and knees and ankles are aligned. And then shift your weight onto one leg so that this leg is like free, but the hips are still square. So this is a balance that I would love you to do in the queue when you're waiting to get on the lift, or you're waiting at the bar for your drink to come at the end of the day, or you're at the airport in a super long queue. This is the move to do. Nobody will know that you're balancing, so you don't have to make a big deal of it. So one foot is free, you're standing on this straight leg, and go to your bum cheek and feel it contract around the joint. So if you think about when you're skiing, if you're skiing downhill going to the right, I think you're on your inside, I can't remember now, on your outside leg or your inside leg. So there is a point when you ski to the side where you're on one leg. This is what you want to practice, and you want to feel contraction in and around this joint and your bum cheek. You don't need to clench the bum cheek, but you need to feel the little muscles around this joint contracting. So go to the other side, so same thing, feet straight, hips, knees and ankles in a line. Don't do it like this, and remember, don't push your weight forward like this. Okay, so slide your weight over, straight leg, straight feet. Yeah, I can't remember now. Yeah, it's the inside, anyway, I think it's the downhill leg, isn't it? The downhill leg on the inside of the blade. So yeah, see if you can externally rotate your arms. Yeah, we don't really use our arms enough for this. So straight leg, relaxed knee, hips squarish, weight on this. And then as soon as you back up your weight, you'll feel a contraction in your hip. Don't even have to have this foot off the floor. You can have it touching the floor. So you feel contraction around the hip joint. That is a balance. So practice that in any cue, standing at the bar, just anything, any opportunity during this week before you go, balancing. You could also try sort of extending it a bit if you want to, bending towards the floor, pick something up, anything that involves challenging your balance. So it doesn't have to be in one plane. You can do it making a cup of tea. Balance is so important when we ski. So I'm going to show you something for your back. Of course, we all end up with a knackered back skiing. So let's just lie on our fronts. It's a very simple stretch. So think about pushing your pubic bone into the floor and then lifting your back up off the floor. So don't reach with your chin, keep your chin tucked and the back of the head. If it's too much, you could support your spine with your elbows and your hands, but just practice lifting the back of the body off the floor. Try not to clench the bum cheeks so that you're using the muscles around the spine. That's what you want to do. So do a few of those. You could hold it. You could swim your arms out in front. You could reach your arms out to the side. Try not to clench your bum cheeks. Extend your spine. Imagine somebody's pulling on the top of your head. How are we doing for time? Oh, this is really good for your back. And if you think about, there's one other thing I want to do as well, which is on a seat, and that's next. So hold yourself up here. So you could call this kind of the back stretch banana. You could do this when you get into bed. Do a few of these, or on the floor next to the bed before you get in. Of course, any kind of cat-cow stretch while we're here is also beneficial. I would do this at night. So arching. This is your après-ski stretch. I just want to cover one other thing on the ski lift, which I think is another way that people not get injured, but they think, oh yeah, that hurts a bit. So grab a seat. So this is another thought of mine. So you're on the ski, on the chairlift, and you know how you have to put your skis and your boots weigh a lot. You have to lift up your legs to put them onto the bar. So that's what I want you to do. So when you're at work this week, try to create a bit of resistance if you can, and imagine, and if you can, lean back a bit and practice just moving your legs together. You could do it on the floor, support yourself, doing this kind of move, because that's what you expect your legs to do when you get on the chairlift. The bars come down and you need to lift your legs and your skis onto the foot support thing. So you could do it like this, or you could really challenge your core muscles by doing it like this. So you could do that at work as well, if you have a seated job. You could do it in the car on the way to work if you take the car, or you could do it on the bus. So this move, really gentle move, but it really starts to switch on the bits that you're going to need for your ski trip. Also this as well. So you imagine you're coming to the top of the lift. You've got to lift the bar, haven't you? So just practice, put a weight in your hand. Just practice lifting up and maybe coming down, and then going to the other side, lifting up. So practicing a twist is really important, because the twist is where people end up with a damaged back on a ski trip, because they've done something daft by just lifting the bar up, because they don't normally day to day move in that way. So you're just warming up your body for all these new moves that your body's going to do while you're on your ski trip. So it's good to add a weight to it, although the bar weighs, what's this one? 1.5 kgs. So tips to remember is, don't have a hunch back when you do this. You don't want to be doing it like that. You want to be pouring your pelvis forward, creating a curve. That's also the position you want to be in as you push yourself up off the lift as well. You don't want to be getting up with a curved back like that. Push your front foot down. Use this. Point your bottom back to push up. So, and here you want to keep everything facing the front, but the top half twist. So just do a few more. Might sound daft, but I seriously think that it's the wear and tear of these small moves that then mean that when you're coming down the hill, the mountain, you're so knackered from getting yourself up there that then you lose it. Not always. So this is lovely. Really nice thing to do. So twisting. Yeah, this will serve you in good stead. And so the three, if you have a few minutes every night, these are the stretches that I do when I ski every single night, because it really helps me to feel good the next day. So roll up a towel in your room and put it on the floor and do a calf stretch. So if you think about your calves of being stuck in a bent position all day, you want to straighten out the calves, stretch them out. So the heel of the foot needs to go on the floor, ball of the foot onto something. It could be a stone, it could be a rolled up towel, it could be a mat, just anything. Have a straight leg, ball of the foot on something, and then take your knee, bend your knee over and let go of it. So you'll find a calf stretch that suits you. Try to step forward, maybe. Relax your toes. This is amazing, this stretch. So go to the other side, so ball of the foot on the calf stretcher. When you get out of your boots, do this. And don't forget that when your calves have been stuck in that bent position all day, they really need to be straightened out and stretched and elongated. You need to get the blood out of them back up to the heart. So you can do with the straight leg, make sure that your hip, knee and your ankle are aligned. The ball of the foot is raised, the heel is on the floor. You'll find it for sure because you'll be tight. And then you could do a double calf stretcher. So imagine you're in your hotel room, you've got your bed here. Have two straight legs. Again, don't have an arch back like this. Push your bottom back, push it backwards, pour it forwards. Imagine that your tailbone is reaching upwards. Keep this nice curve in your spine. This, for many people, will be a revelation. This stretch can fix anything, especially backs. So remember it. And relax your knees and rotate your thighs outwards if you can. So that's a calf stretch. You do a calf stretch, a hamstring stretch and a twist every night. So hamstring stretch is this. I'm going to make it dead easy for you so you don't even need any equipment. This is a chair in your room or the bed or something. Just put your leg onto it, straight leg. Hold on to something if you need to. Straight feet, straight legs. Same thing. Pour your hips forward. Relax your knee. Bring your toes up towards you. Have your hips square. So you're pouring your hips forward. So you want to do this after skiing. When you've had a bath or whatever, and do these stretches, the calf stretch, this one, and I'll show you one more and then we're done. Then you are sorted. If you can remember them, that would be great. So one is lifting your skis, using the front of the body, switching it on, not using your back to lift skis. Use your arms. Grow some strength in your arms. What else was there? Squats, getting up out of the ski lift. Don't let your knees fall in. Reaching back with a weight. Have a twist, a seated twist. Like that. What else is there? Squatting, lifting away and twisting. Oh, the back moves, so lying on your front, lifting your back off the floor. Don't use your bum cheeks. And then calf stretching, hamstring stretching like this. And the last stretch is a twist on the floor. So I'm hoping you've got enough room. This is a lifesaver for me when I've been skiing, because if you think about it, bring your knees in and then just let them fall one side and then the other. So start to do these in the run up to your ski trip, and I think they will serve you really well. Definitely take some magnesium salts in your suitcase. If you can have a bath at night, that really serves you well too. Oh, twisting is so good. And if you think about how you come down the slopes, being able to twist is great too. Or are you meant to stay straight? I don't know. I don't think that two instructors tell you the same thing, do they? But have a wonderful time, and I hope that has really helped. And perhaps I'll do a little handout as well that you can take. All right then, thank you, bye.